On the train to the famous Constant Magic Academy, a young man named Akuto Sai meets Junko Hudori, and they become friends. They promise each other to make the world a better place, and they will not stop until they fulfill their promise. However, when they arrive, Akuto learns that the academy has pronounced him the supposed Demon King, which quickly frightens the rest of the school. Only a boy named Hiroshi Miwa seems to look up to him, but the rest of the class fears him more. Akuto first messes up by volunteering for cleaning duty, which means becoming an assassin. This makes Junko angry and she quickly challenges him to a duel. The duel ends with Akuto accidentally destroying the classroom with magic. He tries to make amends with Junko, but she gets mad and chases him into the woods. A mysterious girl named Kina Soga shows up and decides to protect him for her own reasons. She fails, and Akuto causes another explosion. Right after, Kurone, a so-called observer, greets him. Akuto meets the principal of the academy along with Kurone, who is supposed to stick with Akuto as both a bodyguard and a judge of whether he'll turn into a demon king. The next day, Akuto meets Fujiko Ito, who promises to help him despite his scary fate. She suggests they meet secretly in the mountains behind the school, and tells Akuto how to disable Kurone. On their way, they get attacked by a demon dog, a mana-mutated creature. Akuto absorbs its mana and turns it back into a puppy, surprising Kurone. The puppy follows Kina's scent, revealing her ability to turn invisible. After deactivating Kurone, Akuto meets Fujiko in the mountains. She asks him to join the school's disciplinary committee to clear his name. To patch things up with Junko, Fujiko gives him a magical gun that fires medicinal tablets, claiming it will help them understand each other's feelings. On the way back, Kina tackles Akuto while running from the puppy, making him visible again in front of Kurone. Kina asks for Akuto's friendship in exchange for telling Kurone he didn't try to harm her. Akuto agrees. Finally, Fujiko contacts Junko, lying that Akuto threatened her. She then goes to a secret passage in her room, where she talks to her brother's severed head about her plans for Akuto. Late one night, while soaking in the male bathhouse, Hiroshi tells Akuto about the school's secret underground scene. He mentions that Junko became popular by battling in this underground arena. The next day, Fujiko sets up a meeting between Akuto and Junko. Meanwhile, Akuto meets with the student council about his application to join the disciplinary committee. To meet Junko, Akuto has to deal with Kurone. He decides to distract her by pulling her tail, causing a misunderstanding. Then, Kina interrupts by dumping her rice cooker on Akuto as a sign of friendship, since she couldn't keep it in her room. The meeting with Junko turns into an ambush by underground members. Akuto defeats them quickly, but then Junko shows up, thinking Akuto did something wrong. She calls for punishment, and a crowd of students joins in chasing Akuto around the school. At the last moment, Kina steps in before Junko can act. Junko admits the situation got out of control, and takes some blame. However, when she tries to reconcile with Akuto, the angry mob turns against her. Kurone saves the day by calming everyone down with medicated rice. Kina's help somehow brings Junko and Akuto back to being friends. But during a class about controlling mana, Akuto accidentally knocks Junko out again. Letsuko suggests he try a scary mental discipline chamber where people are rumored to have been unalived. Akuto feels down, but strangely, Kurone and Kina join him, making things more complicated. They stumble upon a mysterious map that Kina thinks might lead to treasure. Fujiko recognizes the map's true nature. The next day, Kina copies the map and sticks it all over the school. Everyone talks about it, and students keep getting hurt searching for the treasure. Akuto, as part of the disciplinary committee, insists they stop looking. But suddenly, a girl named Eiko Toriya shows up, forcing Akuto to search for the treasure himself. Akuto, Kurone, Hiroshi, and Eiko explore the school's underground maze to find the map's spot. They face a hooded figure who tries to stop them with bats, but fails easily. Akuto finds a hidden recording device under a tombstone that leads them to an old research lab. Inside, they battle an armored statue. Eiko discovers a screen in the statue indicating a shrine behind a cave's hot spring. Meanwhile, Junko, Kina, and Fujiko head to the maze. Junko falls into a hot spring and warns Akuto that Eiko is a government spy. A wild wolf attacks, but Kina and Fujiko save them. Tearful, Eiko leaves after seeing Akuto protect Junko instead of her, giving him a shrine key. When Fujiko uses the key, it takes them to the student council's headquarters, actually the Demon King's base. Fujiko tries to uncover her brother's forgotten memories with his items, awakening a dragon named Peterhausen. The dragon reacts to Kina, replaying events leading to Fujiko's brother's death, causing her to collapse. Angry, Akuto faces Peterhausen, becoming his master. The student council president kisses him as a reward for finding the treasure. The government watches Akuto closely, making him sad that he can't go to the seaside school on an island. Kurone arranges for him to go by taking responsibility for him. However, she keeps trying to seduce him, which bothers Akuto. He tries to have fun at the beach with Junko, but Kina and Kurone keep interrupting. Later, Hiroshi tells Akuto about the island's legend of the Demon King. The legend says a hero will defeat the Demon King and the dragon if they revive, but Akuto doubts it. Meanwhile, Lily Shiraishi tells Fujiko about the government's plan to use Akuto. She decides to handle it herself. In a memory, Hiroshi discovers he's meant to be a hero. In the present, Kurone leaves, admitting she couldn't manipulate Akuto as planned. Yukiko, Hiroshi's sister, questions Akuto's Demon King status. Both Akuto and Hiroshi deny their destinies, leaving Yukiko upset. Hiroshi reveals a cave beneath the legendary lake with a sword stuck in a stone. A mysterious man, Mr. X, awakens a sea cucumber beast that absorbs mana. He captures Yukiko, but Hiroshi and Kina try to fight back. Hiroshi falls into the lake, and Kina gets captured. Akuto and Junko save Yukiko and Kina, but Mr. X sends the beast to attack the island village. He overwhelms Akuto with anti-magic attacks. Akuto figures out Mr. X's secret and saves Junko, Yuriko, and Kina with Kurone's help. Meanwhile, Hiroshi pulls the sword from the stone at the shrine, gaining hero powers. He's now called Brave and uses a plasma attack to defeat the beast. Kurone confesses she tried to seduce Akuto to help him form a close relationship with someone like Junko. She thought she failed when Akuto seemed drawn to Kina. Akuto wonders if the hairpiece Kina wears is the same one he gave her when they were both orphans. Fujiko aims to control her own beast and gets a demon beast egg after defeating a slug beast. Kina, carefree as ever, keeps skipping class, worrying Akuto. He doesn't realize Junko has feelings for him, especially as he's focused on convincing Kina to return to class. While Fujiko sleeps, Kina steals the demon beast egg, which hatches into a two-headed chicken beast. Akuto tries to stop it, but it escapes. Hiroshi destroys the beast before it can harm the city. Later, Kurone suggests to a sad Junko that she should talk to her parents about an arranged marriage with Akuto. Without their consent, an arranged meeting is set up in Junko's village. Junko, who has feelings for Akuto, can't express them directly, so she invites him to the village for other reasons. Akuto is clueless about the matchmaking but feels responsible for the trouble he's caused, so he agrees to go with her. They meet Yuko Hudori, Junko's sister, who turns out to be a famous pop star with a scar on her neck from a demon beast attack. That night, Junko visits Akuto's room to explain why she invited him. Though when some clan members see Junko upset, they misunderstand and chase after Akuto. He runs into Eiko, who says the gods see Kina as a threat and want her eliminated. At school, Boichiro Yamato saves Kina from assassination, but shows interest in controlling her to manipulate the gods. He calls her the principle of identity. Akuto tries to intervene but realizes Yamato is stronger than him. Fujiko arrives with a bunch of demon beasts, and they wreck the school grounds. Akuto can't heal from Yamato's attacks. Yamato's helper, 2V, asks Eiko to gather the Hudori and Teruya clans for a big fight against the Demon King. Junko and Yuko deal with the demon beasts. Fujiko rescues Akuto and Kina from Yamato, and takes them to the student council headquarters on a three-headed dog beast. Akuto calls Peterhausen for help to stop the government's plan, flying over the city. Hiroshi fights Akuto, while Junko and Yuko search for the device waking up the dragon beast. An aircraft carrier shows up and attacks Akuto. Thanks to 2V's work, Akuto gets knocked down by it. Lily stands outside the school to fight against the clan members trying to destroy the demon beasts. Yamato comes to the headquarters and takes Kina from Fujiko. Eiko manipulates Junko to attack Lily for protection. Despite difficulties, Lily tries her best to defeat Eiko. 2V uses puppets to fight against the clan to make Lily join him. Lily uses her strongest move on him, but he escapes. When things seem hopeless, Akuto survives 2V's attack from the aircraft carrier. Junko wields her family sword, given by her grandmother, to stand by the Demon King out of love. Akuto defeats Hiroshi in the sky and brings him down to a forest for Yuko to take care of him. Meanwhile, Yamato takes Kina to the shrine and tries to make a contract with the principle of identity. But Akuto shows up, and they start battling in front of the gods. Finally, Akuto beats Yamato and saves Kina. He learns that the gods created the Demon King to make the contract and destroy humanity. Akuto refuses and decides to fight the gods, triggering their defense system. Akuto risks his life to battle the gods and end their story. Peterhausen gives Kina a dragon tooth as a keepsake for his inevitable death. Akuto and Kina join Junko, Kurone, Hiroshi, Fujiko, Lily, and Yuko. They all start a new semester at the academy, but the memories of the battle with the Demon King are altered for everyone except Akuto, who's immune because he's the Demon King. However, Akuto is once again labeled as the future Demon King, and Junko, and the others react the same way they did at the start, hinting that Akuto will have to face the same challenges all over again. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.